I'm gonna take you guys to a real dark place here, so I hope you're sitting down. Can you imagine a world where when you lose power, your beer gets warm? Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. Welcome back to the channel. Had a lot of comments on my Keystone supply getting low, and it was, but I'm all stocked up now. That case of Keystone was actually a gift from Mike. Mike is the one that bought the Bull 18X mini excavator. I already know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but that's okay, because this is a bonus weekday video. This is an extra video that would otherwise never got posted. We're still gonna have our normal project video this Saturday night. So if you're not interested in what I'm about to show you, I don't expect you to watch it, but it is pretty cool. That's why I did the deal. Yes, these are power stations, but they are a unique setup for a specific application. And personally, I like power stations. I use them all the time, and I like doing these videos. So which one's which? Okay, this right here is the new Bluetti FridgePower. That's what it's called, Bluetti FridgePower. Specifically made for fridge or freezer backup power. Now you can use it with other things like a CPAP machine or a Wi-Fi router, a TV. You could use it on whatever the hell you want, but it's only 120 volt, not 240. So basically, you know, small appliances, but the specific reason for it and specific application is fridge power. Did I say specific? Specific. And this is an expansion battery. What the hell do they call this thing? BC200 or Bluecell200. And each one of these are 1800 watts of output, 2016 watt hours. This one, same thing, 2016 watt hours. And I believe you can get a handful of these expansion batteries and keep adding onto it if you wanted. I'm gonna take a measurement here, because this is gonna be a very important detail, the exact dimensions of this thing. Let's see, right on the edge there. So we're at just under 14 inches wide. We're just a smidge over 3 inches tall, and we're about 23 inches long. And when you connect them together, they actually will butt up tight. Total width is about 27.5 inches. The idea is that these two units right here would fit perfectly on top of just a normal fridge. So no fancy tools or installation process. You don't need an electrician involved. This is just a plug and play system, as easy as it gets, and you have fridge backup power automatically. So there's a couple different ways that you can install this. You can see right now it's sitting flat, and if we lift it up, there's little rubber pads on the bottom of it just to keep it from slipping and sliding around. And you can see those little threaded brass inserts right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. You can actually install some feet on it so you can kind of raise it off the surface a little bit. Here are the feet right here. So same thing, like a nice little rubber pad on the bottom so it doesn't slip around, and you get a little bit of adjustability here. Nice to have some options. I'm not sure what the strap is for. I'm guessing that's just a little bonus bedroom gift. I really don't know. Got some lag bolts for mounting hardware, and of course your power cord. And in this little box, it actually has a little magnetic display screen. This automatically links up to the fridge power, and it magnetizes right to your fridge door, so you can easily just turn it on and see exactly the status of these batteries, how much power your fridge is using. You can see right now it shows the temperature in the shop here, and that we're using absolutely nothing. I need to get these things charged up. It shows 2 bars. So let's see now. Okay, there we go. So it automatically connects, and we're at 34%. This will be handy to have, and it also connects to the app. We're gonna look at that a little bit later because we have a really nice setup we're going to be installing these things on. Now these are on Kickstarter right now. They have an early bird special price. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. And of course I'll have all the links that you need down in the description. The Bluetti FridgePower and the Bluecell200, they both are equipped with lithium iron phosphate batteries, and those typically have a lifespan around 10 years. These are the most current and safest type batteries that you can have in any of these power station setups. Being that you have the ability to hook these up to Wi-Fi and your Bluetti app, these are also compatible with Alexa, Home Assistant, and Google Home. I guess I do have Alexa. Uh-oh, she didn't hear me. Alexa, you're always listening, aren't you?
Only when you wake me up. I'm not lurking in the background taking notes on your daily life. I spring into action when you say my name, then go back to my digital nap. Think of me as a very polite house guest who only speaks when spoken to.
Yeah, right. Don't you back talk to me. A little attitude. I don't know if you could hear that, but it was disturbing. I want to look at one more thing because we're not going to actually use these today. If you don't want to set them on top of your fridge like I have them sitting now, they also come with a wall mount bracket. Oh, there's that strap again. So you have two pieces here. One of them, I'm assuming, mounts to the back of the FridgePower or the Bluecell200, and the other one mounts to the wall, pretty much like a TV wall mount bracket, and then it just hooks onto itself. It looks like it's a pretty slim setup, so they're not gonna be sticking off the wall probably any more than, I guess, like a ½ inch. I think this is a nice option to have, especially if you have like some chest freezers and you can't set them on top of it because you have to open it. You can wall mount them right next to it and plug everything in. So you definitely have some options here. I'm gonna get all this stuff packed up and loaded into the truck. I'm actually gonna be taking this to a friend's house who is also my chiropractor, hoping he can give me a little, you know. Him and his wife just bought a ridiculous amount of meat. I believe it was all beef. I think they bought a cow. We'll talk to him about it when we get there. This is the absolute perfect application for a system like this. Not that I'm trying to sell it to you. I don't care if you buy it or not. I say weighs like 50 pounds, maybe. Something like that. Hopefully they still work. I hit some pretty big bumps on the way here.
You'll find out.
Are you collecting the sheds here?
We collect them for a bunch of them.
There's some big ones in there. So these are both deep freezers?
Yeah, these are both upright deep freezers.
And you just stock these things up, right? Mm-hmm. Holy.
And then there's part of it down there too.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Just all, did you buy a cow?
It's an entire beef, yeah. So it's probably 90% here. Some of it's in the house, some of it's in here, but because we couldn't quite fit it all. It's like 450, I think it was 456 pounds of wrapped meat. So that includes some of the stuff that we don't use at our house.
This much value in meat, not knowing what the power grid is going to do, you could say it's a bit of a gamble, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even high stakes.
High stakes.
I told you that one at the gym this morning.
I like that. Someone else came up with that for you. I know you're not that. You're not that clever.
I'm not.
You're not that clever. Yeah, it is because we came home from Thanksgiving and our power had been out for a little while because we lost one leg.
Yeah. That wasn't even storm related.
No,
it was just random.
No, it was like a pinhole in the underground. All of these things were off.
Yeah.
Anything that took a little extra power, it was really weird. I don't understand electricity that well, but yeah, like our refrigerator inside we lost the stuff in there. These were off, but it was cold enough in the garage that it didn't bother them too bad. Yeah, so something like this could easily pay for itself in a situation like that. I mean, it's a nice little peace of mind, I would say. Yeah, it's actually a fraction of the cost of what the beef costs. So. Yeah. Sounds good, man.
All right, we're gonna start with the FridgePower. This one's gonna need to be on the left side. Yeah. Okay, that fits pretty nice. You can easily fit two. We're gonna. This is the Bluecell200. This is the expansion battery. Yeah. Alright, so here's the cool thing. Oh, we can get rid of that. So we're just gonna open that up. Plug that in. And then we have a communication cable right here. Plug that in. And then we can slide these together. Nice and tight. Tuck these wires in. Close it. Pretty nice, clean setup. I should have wiped this down first. All right, now we just got to plug it in and plug the freezers in. Let's go ahead and get our screen hooked up. I'm guessing this has a charger with it. Yeah, little charger. It's got like a 3M magnet that you can stick onto whatever you want for mounting. That's nice. So just mount that to the fridge. Like so, and we'll go ahead and turn this on. So that one's on, and then I also turned on that one. And now we have our display. We got 32%. So looks like you don't necessarily change. This is not a touchscreen. And to charge it, 5-volt input right there. Comes with the cord. And you also have a stand on the back, so you can just set it on a counter if you want. Okay, all we need is the power cord. That's it. All of about 5-minute job right there. Power cord is plugged in, and let's get it plugged into the outlet. We can see that it is now charging. And if we go on the screen, it shows that we're charging and that we're hooked up to AC. We've got an input right now of 1,000 watts. Now we gotta grab both of those cords. So I think we're gonna have to plug in this power strip to that. This in. There we go. All right, the light's on, so we do have power. So now we're pulling 153 watts on our output. Now the cords weren't quite long enough because they come out the bottom of these freezers. So he already had a surge protector plugged in. So we're only using one of the outlets on there, but there's another outlet on the back here so you can plug something else in if you want. That's it, really super easy installation. Now I could hear a fan running on this thing. Because it's charging, most of these power stations have a cooling fan. Bluetti has what's called a smart cooling system. Basically, it has like a side airflow design. I'm not sure all the specifics on it, but it's designed to stay cool and they feel cool to the touch. They also advertise that you can get roughly around 22 hours of battery backup per cell. And being that Jordan has 2 of these freezers and 2 of the power cells, he should be able to get around 22 hours of backup power. Now, all of these power stations, doesn't matter what brand or what kind, they all have what's called self-consumption. When you have those things turned on, they're using power. These are only 4 watts, which is extremely low. So when you are on battery backup, very little of that power, only 4 watts, is going to the self-power consumption on the unit itself. So that is definitely a plus, especially when you want to utilize all of that battery backup power for your fridges. All right, I'm gonna get the app all set up. We'll take a look at it, see what all of the functions are and all the features, and then we're gonna talk about that. All right, just like that, pretty easy. Basically got on the Bluetti app and it automatically detected the FridgePower and the Bluecell200 and we're connected. So you can see right here that we are charging on grid power. I don't hear the fridge is running at all, so that's definitely accurate. We're not pulling any power right now, it's just charging, that's it. Estimated charging time, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Looks like we could turn on and off the power from here, the output switch, the DC output. Let's go to our settings. We have different working modes. We have standard UPS, which basically, if we lose power, they're gonna automatically switch over. It's only 10 millisecond switch over, extremely fast. You won't even notice it. PV priority UPS. So you can actually connect solar panels to this and charge them. So what that'll do is basically utilize the solar panels for as long as it can, and then it'll switch over to utility. Time control UPS, I believe that's something to do with a scheduling program that you can do to save money, and then customized UPS, which I guess whatever you can imagine. Timer switch, set a specific time for the smart load to turn on or off. Battery level thresholds, set battery level thresholds. The smart load will be automatically turned on or off when the battery level reaches certain thresholds. All kinds of settings that you can do with this thing. And I do know that you can even set up your app where it knows your location and it will track storms and make sure that these batteries are charged and ready to go in case of an outage. Overall, Bluetti is giving you guys plenty of options so you can configure this however you want for the application. I think this is a perfect setup for these fridges and freezers. The power grid, it is very unpredictable, so this will definitely give you some peace of mind, especially when you're packing that kind of meat. All right, we're pulling 137 watts right now. I'm gonna unplug the power supply and make sure that they continue running. Do you wanna open that door so we can see the light if there's any kind of a flicker?
Yeah.
Ready?
Go.
Okay. The cord is right here. We are completely unplugged.
Yeah.
Is there even a flicker?
No.
And then what does it say?
141.
It'll say it'll run for 10, almost 11 hours right now, just at 41%. So
Yeah.
I mean, you should be able to get a full day with both freezers running.
Okay.
A full day of backup power, which, you know, at least will buy you time if you needed to set up a generator or something.
Yeah.
That's a tight squeeze right there. Do you want to tell us about this rig right here? This thing's pretty nice.
This is an 80 Chevy Scottsdale. My grandpa owned it. He bought it brand new.
29,961 miles. That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's original. Yeah, so we've changed tires, front brakes, and then put a new battery in. That's it. That's all that's been changed on it.
Everything completely original. I mean, this thing looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's got a few little blemishes on it but it's always been kept in a garage.
So you told me about this. What was this again?
Our theory is that's so it doesn't have AC, and Grandpa always drove with window down, arm on the
So that's basically
Yes.
from his arm sweat.
So
that just
we're
kinda ate up that
assuming
paint.
that's really the only spot where it showed up like that.
That is pretty cool though.
Like I said, it's got a few little blemishes, but nothing, no major dents.
I mean, the bed looks perfect in here.
Yeah, he hauled something at one time, and
That's
my
unreal.
grandma yelled at him. I've had it for close to 10 years now.
And you don't want to. You said you don't want to drive it because you don't want it to go over 30,000.
Yeah, I'm trying to preserve that as long as I can. So it's had 29 some change on it for like 8 years now.
And what motor's in this? I'd imagine it's 305 or 350 in there.
Yeah, there's
I'm sure people in the comments know, but it's a 1980, right?
Chevy Scottsdale. Yeah,
Scottsdale.
Yeah. I've got the
8-foot
original.
bed.
I've got the original receipt in the glove box too. He paid like. Let me look and show you what he paid for it.
I'd be very curious.
What's your bet?
I'm gonna say 12 grand.
He bought it August the 11th of 1980. The special two-tone paint, stainless steel mirrors and bumpers. So this is the way it was advertised: power brakes, 305 V8 automatic, power steering, AM radio, not FM. It's got a step bumper. Total, out the door, $6,522.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We've come a long way since then.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't buy a base model truck for, I don't even know, probably 28, 30,000 or something now.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing, Jordan.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What do you think of me for?
Seemed like the right thing to do.
All right, I'm gonna head back home and we'll talk about price. Just like that, back home. That worked out absolutely perfect. That was the best application you could possibly have for that system. And just to put it in perspective, after talking with Jordan, 450 pounds of beef was $4,100. That's a pretty big gamble, having that much value in meat, not knowing what's gonna happen with the power grid or storms. And like he had mentioned, there was a situation he had recently where they lost one of the phases to their house. They had to shut them down, bring temporary power in. I think he said they were out of power for a couple of days. So let's talk about price on the exact system that I installed today. For the Bluetti FridgePower and the Bluecell200 combined, you're looking at an early bird special on Kickstarter, $1,538 for those two power cells. Man, we're hitting the Jake brakes hard today. Now keep in mind, they had two large freezers. In all reality, you could probably get away with one of those power cells per fridge or freezer. Being that they had two, having the main unit and the expansion battery worked out perfectly, and they're gonna get about 22 hours or so of battery backup power with that. Anyways, that's all I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe this is a good fit for your needs, or maybe not. Either way, I'll leave all the information down in the description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. YouTube award. Barely see you over here, little piece of crap.
Yeah.
It's not a Ford. That's the first. That's the first step.
Against my will, I let it sit in the garage. I'm a Ford guy by heart.
No, you're not.
I am.
You are?
That's the first GM product I've bought, and it's the only one I bought for me in my adult life. Yeah.
Why'd you take your shirt off and you're gonna be on camera?
You know what?
It's only 58 degrees outside.
Dude, you ready to get mic'd up or what?
I'm not good on this shit.
Oh yeah.
No.
I need you in here.
No, I would get made fun of the rest of my life.
No,
My
you
wife
won't.
and kids. Oh yeah.
Well, that's worth it.
No, it's not. I don't want to be on your. I don't
You're already in it right now. Woo-wee! Love me a power station.